Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there's a story that was shared in Nigerian newspaper that one of the pastors, Primate Ayodele, was warning William Samoei Ruto about this year 2024. And he's asking Ruto to pray for around 6 things. And in his prophecy, he's clear to William Ruto that he has to pray against an impeachment of a governor during his regime. That means, according to him, or the prophecy, there is a governor who might be impeached, so Ruto has to pray about it. I have heard the Nakuru senator calling for the impeachment of Susan Kihika, the Nakuru governor. Then we know all the drama that has been around Kawira Mwangaza and all that. But this one of Susan Kihika is the new one. The senator is calling MCS to impeach Susan Kihika for failing to deliver for the people. Now, he is asking Ruto to pray for the opposition leader, because the opposition leader, he is strongly going to oppose him in the year 2024. That's Raila Odinga. So the warning is that prepare and pray, because Raila is going to oppose you strongly. That means what you saw in 2023 is going to be more than what you will see in 2024. Remember in 2023, the mass action and all those things, according to his prophecy, it's going to be double. Again, he's asking Ruto he's warning Ruto that Kenyans are going to be among Ruto's strong critic as they continue to suffer under his fiscal policies, which include high taxation and making life so much expensive, then high loan interest that we're going to pay. Remember, Ruto said that he's not going to borrow. He will collect money here and use it for development. Then that's what informed him to bring 16% taxation from 8% of Uhuru Kenyatta. But despite all of this, he's still going to borrow. Then you wonder, you overtax here, you go and borrow. But you said you overtax here and you not borrow. So that one also is something that Kenyans are going to be strong critic of William Samoei Ruto. Then again, he's telling Ruto to pray about the diplomacy of this country and their neighbors. Now, on this one, the issue to do with the oil road deal with the Uganda, they are opposed to that. So there is a tussle between Kenya and Uganda to do with that issue of oil. You talk about aviation wrangle between Kenya and Tanzania. So Mudavadi had to call for a meeting to sort out that problem. There was a serious issue that when Kenya said that the Tanzanian cargo flights will not land in Kenya, and Tanzania said that KQ will not land in Tanzania. So Kenya was the biggest loser in all this. They had to look for a way to talk to Tanzania and sort out that issue. He's also asking Ruto to pray for political difference with the neighboring countries. We talk about this, the issue to do with the Democratic Republic of Congo, where Ruto hosted one of the leaders there, a paramilitary leader, by the way, who is opposed to the current regime and the army. So there is also that war between Kenya and the DRC, and it's silent. So those are the things that Ruto has been warned about by Primate Ayodele. So you look at that, and let me just quote him. This is what he's saying. The country's economy policy will be alarming. Ruto will come up with the different policies to see that Kenya gets better, but it won't be appreciated. Anasema kwamba Wakenya wamefika mahali, they will not appreciate Ruto in any way. Now we are concluding this particular discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, definitely, in all this story, according to that prophecy and the pastor or the prophet, the way they call themselves, Ruto should prepare for the worst in the year 2024. Sasa kama alikuwa amejipanga that year 2024 itakuwa tu rahisi, itakuwa tu mteremko, the opposite is going to happen. That Kenyans are going to be strong critics of William Samoei Ruto because of obvious reason. You can't make basic things in this country so much expensive, and you anticipate that Kenyans are going to be silent. They have reached a point where they cannot buy any patience anymore. It has reached a point where you cannot trust Ruto in any way. They were patient for 1.5 years. So come 2024, where we are now, patience is no longer there. You can't convince Kenyans anymore. So they will get out very boldly to criticize William Ruto, and it has been happening. Angalia vile jana limeanza, critic everywhere. Amekuwa Trans Nzoia akaambiwa aje, stima wacha kutupigia kelele. He was elsewhere, pia akaambiwa maneno mengine tofauti. So whichever place he get, what Kenyans see, it's all about negative things about his leadership, nothing positive. So he will always face critic every time. Watu hawezi lala njaa na wanyamaza wakosa kuambia maneno. People cannot fail to afford pesa zote za transport. Ukienda kazini inabidi watembee mguu na wakuwe na furaha na wewe. People can't lose their jobs because of your policies. More than 78,000 Kenyans lost their jobs, and you expect them to keep silent. They will criticize you. So 2024 is going to be all to reject William Ruto, because if everyone is criticizing you, that means indirectly that pastor is telling Ruto that Kenyans are going to reject you in this year. He's going to face rejection, protest. Raila is prepared. And you see what is happening now? Why is Raila Odinga receiving defectors? And who are these defectors? Defecting from where? We know they are going to ODM, but they are defecting from where? They are defecting from Kenya Kwanza. Why? Because they no longer have any faith in Ruto. They don't trust him. They can't believe him. So because of this, they have made an informed decision to get out. Sasa hiyo tu peke yake ni ODM registration drive. Hawajaanza mambo labda maandamano or criticize Ruto. Hawajaanza hizo. But you can see people are moving to ODM. Sasa kama Ruto aliona maandamano in 2023, let him prepare for the worst in 2024. Because that message, if it is true, Raila is going to strongly, that means more than what he has been doing, oppose you. So he will be ready and well prepared to oppose Ruto. We don't know what next after they will finish the ODM party popularization and registration drive. What will be the next step? Hawajatuambia, they are silent about that. This means there is a possibility of the national dialogue failure. Remember, the report now is with the Uhuru Raila. So they have to make a decision going forward on what they will agree on, sign that, then send it to the National Assembly to follow the right procedure to the end. So if we will have such kind of now prophecy coming out, and if it is true that Raila is going to strongly oppose Ruto, that means that dialogue is going to fail. Maybe Raila will not sign to it, or they will not agree on that. Then with that, he's going to strongly oppose William Samoei Ruto going forward. One thing that Raila has learned is that majority of Kenyans are not with Ruto. And the best way to be with the Ruto is to oppose all the wrong things that he's doing. So Raila is just not opposing William Ruto. He's opposing his wrong doings, his failures. Wakati walienda kwa mambo ya Ayodele ikakuja ika backfire, Raila warned him. Even in the beginning, he warned what will happen. And now it came to pass. Now you look on how Kenya Kwanza is operating. Kipchumba Murkomen is here throwing tantrums to Paul Kagame. You look at these ministers, how they are working. The issue of diplomacy tussle will always be there. After one war, there's another one. They correct this, there's another one. So the warning is clear as in the beginning that Kenya is going to face diplomatic wrangles with the neighbors. So this means if we had one, there are going to be more. No one will keep quiet and watch William Ruto messing up. So presidents are going to gang against William Samoei Ruto. Kama ni wa Tanzania, wa wapi na wapi. That means Ruto will have no any friend kwa majirani wake hapa because of that kind of war. That is the information. I don't know your views, but let us be in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.